Welcome back alongside Zach Robinson. I'm Mike Renner. Today we're breaking down the 2019 free agent class. Good portion of the NFL. Well, they're already out of it in terms of playoff contention this season. So let's look ahead to the offensive class of guys we could see as free agents. And let's start at the quarterback position. It's not going to be what we saw a season ago where Kirk Cousins was available. There's not that surefire starter, but Teddy Bridgewater is going to be an unrestricted free agent. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be an unrestricted free agent. And we could see Jameis Winston, Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill, maybe even Eli Manning cut at the end of the season.
Yeah, some of those guys that you just mentioned are by far the most interesting. What they're going to do with Jameis, Derek Carr with Oakland, we've seen that marriage not match up very well this season. And then Ryan Tannehill with the Dolphins. But Bridgewater, what he showed in the preseason, obviously the Saints felt good trading for him. You look at his market, teams like the Jags, the Giants, and then the Dolphins, what they do with Tannehill, I think could be potential landing spots for Bridgewater. But this class is going to come down to what those teams do with those guys that are on the option and potential cuts.
And it's going to be a very interesting one, too, because just looking at the draft class, it doesn't look like there's the 4 or 5 first-rounders that we saw a season ago. There might only be one, might only be 2 guys worthy of that. And so there's going to be a lot more teams that actually need one that are available in the draft, and so we might see some wheeling and dealing come that time. I do think Teddy Bridgewater will be the crown jewel, the guy that pretty much a lot of teams are going to be after because of what he showed, because of what he showed in Minnesota, and you said in the Jets in preseason. So he'll be an interesting name to watch. Let's kick it to the running back group, though, where there's really no other name besides Le'Veon Bell that's really drawing headlines at the moment. He's not going to play the rest of 2018 here, but he wants that big deal in 2019. Where could you see him potentially sign?
Yeah, I think a team that's got their quarterback on a rookie contract. You look at the Jets, the Bills, both have a ton of cap space. He's going to be demanding a lot of money. So, you know, if he's willing to go to one of those teams, you can definitely see the Jets maybe making a play at it, help out Sam Darnold, get that passing game going with what he can do out of the backfield. So those are kind of a couple names that, you know, ring into your mind. But then Jay Ajayi, Tevin Coleman are the next group there that, you know, there's a couple solid guys in this running back class.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't think we, anyone here at PFF, with our, you know, sort of war on running backs, is going to endorse actually giving Le'Veon Bell the deal he wants. We do think guys like Jay Ajayi, Tevin Coleman, for what they'll probably asking price, what they'll probably get in free agency, going to be a little bit better value. But I could even see someone like Oakland going after Le'Veon Bell with all the space they have there, with the way they've rebuilt that roster. Wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I don't think he gets this huge contract, but I still think he gets a big one. On to the wide receivers, where it looks like it's, at the moment, a fairly weak class. Golden Tate, who just got traded to the Eagles, is probably the best of the bunch, has been a missed tackle collector over the course of his career. Has led the league multiple times in missed tackles. Great in the screen game. He's 30, though. Towards the end of his career, might not be a #1 receiver at this point, but a pretty solid #2. Where could you see him going?
Yeah, there's a few, you know, the Bills, the Jets, those teams that are lacking playmakers big time. They need some guys that can create after the catch.
In terms of free agency, they're going to be active.
Yeah, they'll be active. They got a lot of money to spend. And then the Titans are another team that's out there that kind of Taywan Taylor hasn't exactly panned out like they had hoped. They need somebody opposite Corey Davis. So I think those 3 names definitely stick out. But the Bills and the Jets, they got to do something receiver-wise. Unfortunately, there's only a couple names here.
Yeah, I was going to say, the only other name, Larry Fitzgerald, I just cannot, for the life of me, see him going either to Arizona.
Yeah.
He has to go back to Arizona. If he doesn't, it's just going to look weird. No one's going to enjoy it.
I don't want to see Larry Fitzgerald out of Arizona.
Exactly. Hopefully he stays there. On to the tight end class, where a couple names, no real surefire hit here. Tyler Eifert, injured yet again. We've seen him, incredible talent when healthy, but can't seem to stay healthy. He'll probably have to take another short-term sort of prove-it deal. Where can you see him in?
No, a name that you tossed out earlier I think makes a ton of sense. The Patriots, you throw a 1-year deal. You know, we see them do this with guys towards the end of their career. Even though Eifert is a younger guy, health-wise, he's up there in terms of age. So you can see that happening. And then the other name is Jared Cook, who's played really well in Oakland. He's really the only guy that they're featuring in the pass game there right now with Derek Carr. So those 2 names, Jared Cook, I think could get some definitely a lot of attention from these guys.
Yeah, I would imagine the Raiders would want to hang on to Jared Cook with as much as they've used him this year, but we've seen crazier things out of Oakland of late. So I do think the Pats will be a player in tight end because Rob Gronkowski, his health at this point, I don't think anyone trusts it. He looks like a different player this year than he's looked like in years past. They might move on. There are trade rumors about moving him to Detroit. Were real. He might actually be gone after this season in New England. Some other teams that are desperately in need of tight end, Arizona Cardinals, Dallas Cowboys especially. One of those 2 could end up going there. Onto the offensive line, where everyone basically needs help along the offensive line at this point. So basically, all these guys could go to any team. We're really just spitballing here with who we like. But DARYL Williams, probably the class of this tackle class, is a better tackle class than we saw a year ago, where Nate Solder was basically the only name, and that's why he got the highest contract for a tackle in NFL history. But we have DARYL Williams, Trent Brown, JAWUAN James. What teams could utilize their talent the most?
You think that the Panthers would like to get him back?
Yeah.
If you got a good O-lineman, you've got to hold on to him any way you can. The Panthers, team like the Texans, they're trying to build that offensive line, get some help for Deshaun Watson, so they're going to be a player with all these guys that come out. And then the Bengals, they can definitely use some help at that right tackle spot. So there's a few names you would think the Panthers would try everything they can to hold on.
Yeah, I think they would have to. Now they have Taylor Mouton, who came in, filled it nicely, but DARYL Williams was a PFF All-Pro his last year, healthy. 2 nice tackles would be good there. They can move on from Matt Khalil with how badly he's played on his contract. Let's go to the interior, though, where we have a few names to watch. Roger Saffold of the Los Angeles Rams having a career year. He's in due for a big payday. Matt Paradis of the Denver Broncos at center just got hurt. He's done for the year. Still, though, been one of the best centers over the course of his career. And then you have a few other guys, Andy Levitra, Quintron Spain, Ramon Foster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of help for teams needy on the interior. What teams, again, should we be looking out for?
Yeah, it's going to be the Texans. It's going to be the Texans, the Bills, the Cardinals, all these teams that are struggling big time to protect their passers. And they got the Bills and the Cardinals, rookie quarterbacks. They want to get as much as they can in front of them, and so they can afford to spend on some of these guys, and maybe they'll overspend. But Roger Saffold, we'll see if the Rams can hang on to him. He might be out of their price range at this point. But the other names are good. You know, Ramon Foster's a known commodity, so all these teams are going to be paying a lot of money for some of these interior guys. Yeah,
basically go to PFF, check out our offensive line rankings for this week. Any team in the bottom 5 could be in play for any of these guys.
Yeah.
There you have it. There's our early look at the 2019 free agency class. Make sure to go to PFF YouTube channel and check out all our other videos.